Good evening, Mrs. Pragati and Rahul.
Good evening, Bante.
Good evening, Pragati. Good evening, Rahul.
Good evening.
Good evening, Bante. This is
Good
Neha.
evening, Neha Didi.
Good
Good evening.
evening.
Good evening, all the good people.
Thank you. I wanted to ask you something. Can I?
Yes.
Okay. Are we still having the classes for the kids from 4:15?
All right. It will start again on the 9th, on the 10th of August.
Okay.
The summer break is going on. So,
Okay.
summer break, the class will begin.
Okay. From 10th of August.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Bante. Thank you very much.
Maybe.
Thank you.
What kind of sensations do you feel on the top of your head? I think it feels like wind blowing, or like there's a gentle breezing. Yes. Did you feel like the hardness or heat? It was more like motion and cold. Yes, very nice. And then like that, so when the people sitting, then we start feeling concentrated. Okay, I forgot the pattern. Could you say the top man? Yes, in portion, then this ear, with that ear, so that portion, then so left ear, then after the left ear, you go back again to the top. Up, front, right here, back, like this. Yes, yes. Considering how about you? I think could you feel the sensation? Yes, yeah, very nice. I think concentrating feel those sensations. Very nice, very nice. So then since you now only so you practice this in the last year too, right? Yes. Yeah. So you are familiar with it. So then please keep on observing part by part, which by which. Right? So could you feel your fingertips? Yes. Yeah. Very nice. I think you should feel that. Yeah. And so all the parts of your hand, you could observe. Yes, if I focus, my focus is good in my concentration. Very nice. Very nice. Thank you. So, this is done. Please do share the same way. So, still breathing meditation. Now, let's do it. Now, there is one put now the game put one game. So, what are we going to do? Everyone, please say it 3 times together.
Bhante, we
Sadhu,
cannot hear you.
sadhu, sadhu. Oh, you can't hear me?
I'll see if it's my end. Hang on, I'm going to test what I'm doing because I could have a mute. There, I hear you now.
All right, you hear me now, right?
Yes, I think it was my mom had her computer on mute.
All right.
I'm very.
Oh, no, don't worry. Right. So, good evening to everyone. Nice to see you all. And today too. Before we start, let's do the same wish. May all of you, during this meditation time too, may all of you be able to develop at least a little peace and little happiness within. Spiritual peace, spiritual happiness within. I always appreciate your dedication. So dedication is very important when it comes to the meditation. So understanding the technique properly, if we walk in this in this path, right? I mean, if you keep on practicing, then you're bound to gain a lot of benefits throughout your life, right? So with a lot of dedication, please keep on practicing. So Buddha says that once Buddha gives a smile, so let's say, so there is a cook, right? Actually, there are 2 cooks. There is a cook. There are 2 cooks for a king. One cook is an unskillful cook. So when this cook cooks food, sometimes since this cook doesn't know how much he has to add for the curry or the other, the meals, so the ingredients that he had to add to the meal. So sometimes he add less salt, sometimes too much salt, right? Then since he doesn't know how much he has to add, right? Sometimes when he makes various kinds of sweets, I mean candies, so he had, for the candies that he has to add a lot of sugar, he adds a little, and for the ones that he has to add a little sugar, he adds, so he adds a little, right? So like that he cooks. So Buddha asked the Bhantes, can this cook win the heart of that king, right? Then the Bhantes said, no, that cook cannot win the favor of that king, and that king is not going to reward that cook with many presents. And then Buddha asked, there is another cook. This cook knows the ingredients well and then adds the proper amount to the meals that he cooks, right? That he cooks. Then for the things that he had to add less salt, he add less salt. For the ones that he has to add a lot of salt, he add accordingly. And then so when it comes to chili, pepper, and other kinds of ingredients, he adds those things properly, and sugar, right? So Buddha asked, can that cook win the favor of that king? At that time, the Bhantes replied, yes, that cook can win the favor of that king, right? The king is going to give a lot of presents to that cook. Meditation, then Buddha said, meditation is the same, right? If you, without understanding the technique properly, so if you practice, then at that time too, you are not going to get rewarded. And even though you know the practice, so as a knowledge, if you don't practice, again you are not going to gain the rewards. So understanding the technique properly, if you practice well, then you are going to get rewards again and again and again, a lot of rewards. So the best reward in this world is through this practice that you gain is your own mental peace and mental happiness. So that's what you are going to gain. For that, understand the technique properly and work hard. Work hard diligently, very diligently, right? First for yourself and then for all the other people, right? Right. Then we have to maintain the practice, daily practice continuously, right? If we don't practice continuously, then what will happen is the progress, it won't happen, the progress won't be consistent, right? If we want our progress to happen consistently, then we have to practice. So practice ardently, and so we have to practice continuously too. Then, so all of you know, through Vipassana meditation, you try to let go. You try to let go of your negativities, right? When you are practicing Vipassana meditation, you are doing an operation inside, right? You are doing an operation inside. So this is an inside operation. So when a doctor is doing an operation, so if the doctor say, so after a while, when it is done halfway, if the doctor says, oh, I'm very tired, I won't stop, then what will happen to the patient? Patient is in danger, right? Just like that. So you are encountering your negativities. Negativities are just like sicknesses that you need to operate and take out, right? So whenever you are in the progress of letting them go, right? If you stop, so in the middle, then what will happen is again, so since you don't have the consistency, so that negativity will start to grow back again. Just like let's suppose there is a poisonous plant. You don't uproot it. Instead, you cut it. You cut it in half. But still, since it has the roots, they are bound to grow, right? So those poisonous plants, they are bound to grow again. Why? Its roots are still available. So you have to work continuously to uproot them. And sometimes, so when you are practicing well with dedication, certain Vipassana meditators might have started think that several negativities that I had before, they have gone extinguished. I mean, they are completely gone. But actually, no. So there are three levels of so a negativity has three levels. So first, it has this surface level, and then after that, it has this intermediate level, and then there is this deep-rooted level, right? So just by first, when you could let go of the surface level, right? You think it is not there. It is not there. It is not visible until something happens. Something happens for it to come up. But whenever an incident happens, for it to come up, it is bound to come up if you are not mindful, right? let me teach you a story. So during the Buddhist time, in Savatthi, there was a lady called Vedehika. So I think most of you know Shravasti, right? So nowadays, nowadays it is called with the same name, Shravasti, right? So this lady Vedehika, she was very famous in her neighborhood as a very kind, very calm, so very loving, peaceful lady. Since nobody saw her with an angry mood, since everybody saw her with smiles, everybody thought that she is a very peaceful lady. She is a lady who doesn't have any trace of anger, right? So they always started praising, oh, Vedehika, such kind of a serene lady, nice lady, calm lady, right? A lady that doesn't get angry at all. So like that, they started praising her. So she had a servant at her home. That maid servant's name was Kali. That maid servant's name was Kali. And this maid servant thought, one day she thought, whether actually her Vedehika, her mistress, right? The mistress. So is she actually calm? Is she actually serene? Is she a lady who actually doesn't get angry? So she was so curious. She thought, uh, so uh, since she doesn't have to do a lot of things at home, because Kali was a very diligent maid servant, she took care of everything. Is it because of that she doesn't get angry? She doesn't get opportunities to let her anger burst out. So then at that time, what Kali did was, after this bewildering, on the following day, she woke little late, right? And if she used to wake up around 5 o'clock, on this day, she woke around like 6 o'clock. On that day, the duties that she did within that hour, they were there to be done. Then Vedehika woke up and noticed that certain things are not done, and asked Kali what happened. Then Kali said she woke up late. Then Vedehika, she showed an angry mood. She showed an unhappy mood, and then didn't say anything and went away. Now Kali thought, actually, this lady has anger. But since I was doing all these things accordingly, in an organized manner, she didn't have any opportunity to get angry. She has anger. Let me check tomorrow too. On the following day, she woke up, being late further. I mean, she was to use, if she was used to wake up around 5 o'clock, on this day, she woke up around 7 o'clock. Now, Vedhika woke up and noticed that Kali had waken up very late. Seeing this, so he started scolding at Kali. Hey Kali, you woke up late, you foolish girl. So why did you wake up late? So she started shouting at Kali. Now Kali knew she has this anger. She didn't have the opportunity earlier to feel this emotion. So that's why she didn't show her angry face, her anger. Then on the following day, what she did was she woke up more late, right? Being late more. So if she was used to wake up around 5 o'clock, on this day, she woke up around 8 o'clock, maybe 9 o'clock, like that. Vedehika was so angry. She couldn't bear her anger. What she did was, when Kali woke up, she couldn't bear her anger. She said, "Oh, foolish maid servant. So, Kali, did you wake up very late?" Saying so, she took a mortar. Mortar means in Asia, so we have a wooden stick that we use to grind grains, right? She took that mortar and hit Kali. Yeah. Pistol? Oh, right. Is that pistol? Right. Yeah. So, right. Then maybe that. Right. So, then she took that one and hit on the head of Kali. And Kali's head, then her head got injured, and the head. So because of that wound, so from her head, the bleeding began. With that bleeding head, she ran outside to the street and shouted to all the neighbors, "Look, the nature of serene Vedehika. Everyone, please come and look the nature of calm Vedehika. So everyone, please come and look at the nature of well-nurtured Vedehika. So everyone, please come and look at the actions of Vedehika who doesn't get angry, right? So when Vedehika, when Kali shouted like that, all the people went to the street and saw what has happened, and then people's opinion changed after that day. They started calling Vedehika, started addressing Vedehika in a different way. They said, Vedehika is not serene. So Vedehika is not a well-mannered lady. So she is an angry lady. So she is a lady who has a hot-temperedness, right? So then, after that, Vedehika's name, it got a black mark, right? So like that, you have to understand. So certain negativities, they are inside us. Since there is no opportunity for them to come up, so they stay hidden. But whenever things happen, that negativity comes up. So you are at an operation. You have to work hard, so diligently, little by little, to get rid of these negativities. Diligence and consistency is very important. So please work hard. In the other hospital operations, you have a doctor to do it. But in this operation, you have to do it yourself. So do that operation diligently, with an alert mind, with a calm mind, with a concentrated mind, with a balanced mind, and at the same time, with the mind of equanimity, right? So, and let go of all your negativities, right? And then develop all the positivities and try to attain real peace, real happiness, Nibbana, right? Everyone, please work diligently. So all students, they will be instructed to practice the same. They are kindly instructed to practice Vipassana meditation. So I instructed 2 meditators to practice the first step of Vipassana meditation. So they were asked to observe just the head area, right? You have to start observing the sensations on the top of your head, and then the front portion of your head, and then on sensations on your ear, then sensations at your back, at the back portion of your head, and then sensations on your left ear. And when you are done, please go again, move again to the top of your head and restart again. Whatever the sensations that you encounter, please understand they are impermanent, changing. Right? With that understanding, please keep on observing the sensations part by part, pitch by pitch. The other students, the other all students, they are kindly requested to observe the sensations up to the tips of your left, fingertips of your left hand, part by part, pitch by pitch, very patiently. Please keep on observing the sensation, right? And last week I asked you to observe your neck and then your whole right hand, right? I hope that all of you remember the proceeding, right? First, your front portion of your neck, back portion of your neck, then your shoulder, then after that upper arm, elbow, lower arm, wrist, then upper palm, lower palm, and fingers, right? So you have to follow the same schedule on both your hands, right? The new students, they will be requested to practice breathing meditation, because Vipassana, if you don't have enough concentration, Vipassana is going to be hard. So I kindly request Shaurya, right? Yeah. So Rohan, right? Very nice to see both of you. So welcome to the meditation session. So and the other newcomers, right? They are kindly requested to practice breathing meditation. What you have to do is, and I saw Ashley too. So all those newcomers, they are kindly requested to observe the breath. When the breath is coming in, please be fully aware, right? Don't go with the breath all the way in. Just observe the breath up to the end of your nostrils. And when the breath is going out, please be fully aware, right? Let the breath go out calmly, naturally, and keep on being aware that right now, my breath, it is going out. If it is long, please be aware that it is long. If it is short, please be aware that it is short now. And if it is gross, if it is soft, let it be so. Just keep on being aware that right now, the breath that I'm experiencing, it is soft, it is gross, accordingly. Right? So like that, please keep on being aware about the breath, which is coming in and going out. Right? So the end of your nostrils, you cannot see that, you have to experience it. Right? So I recognize that, please, and keep on focusing on your breath, and let go all the other thoughts which are related to your other outer things, and give your entire attention to that breath, and try to develop inner peace and inner happiness as much as possible, right? So try to develop concentration that way, right? So the other all students, they are kindly requested to practice Vipassana meditation. But at the beginning, for 5 minutes, please practice breathing meditation, okay? Right, now we are going to start. Everyone, please keep your back straight, neck straight, head straight. Please keep your right palm on your left palm. Right palm on your left palm like this. So first, I'm going to pay our gratitude and respect to the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha. After that, we are going to start today's silent meditation practice. Everyone, please concentrate. Namo tase bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tase bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tase bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Itimiso bhagava arahang samma sambuddho Vijacharane sampanno sungato lokamido Anuttaro purise dhamme sarati Satta deva manusanam buddho bhagavati Swakato bhagavata dhammo Sangdittiko akaliko Ehi passiko opanaiko Paccatang veditammo Vinyuhiti Supanipanno bhagavato savaka sangho Ujupanipanno bhagavato savaka sangho Nyaya patipanno bhagavato savaka sangho Samici panipanno bhagavato savaka sangho Yadidang chattari purisa yugani Atte purisa puggala Ese bhagavato savaka sangho Ahuneyo pahuneyo Dakineyo anjali karaniyo Anuttarang punyakitang lokasati. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Now everyone, with a very calm mind, with a very quiet mind, with an alert, very attentive mind, with a balanced, equanimous, and patient mind, please start your meditation. If you are practicing Vipassana meditation, please keep practicing Vipassana meditation. If you are a newcomer or a meditator who joined recently, please keep practicing breathing meditation. Whatever the meditation technique that you are practicing right now, may that meditation go very well and may your meditation be very, very successful. Work ardently for you first and for the others next, right? May your meditation be very, very successful. Please start your meditation right now. Now, if your legs are hurting, you can ease your legs, but keep the eyes closed because we are going to practice loving kindness meditation in brief. We are going to share our loving kindness with all the beings in the world. First, let's share a sincere loving kindness with yourself. Please think, may I be well. May I be happy. May I be peaceful. May I be very peaceful. Please spread your sincere loving kindness towards yourself first. Now, let's spread our loving kindness towards our dear parents, our teachers, our relatives, and friends. May my dear mother, may my dear father, may my dear teachers, relatives, and friends be well, be happy, be peaceful. May they be very peaceful. Please spread your sincere loving kindness towards your parents, teachers, relatives, and friends. Now, please spread your loving kindness towards the people in the middle, the neutral people, the people who are not your friends, at the same time, those people who are not your enemies, the people in the middle. May all the neutral people also be well. May all the neutral people also be happy. May all the neutral people also be peaceful. May they be very peaceful. Please spread your loving kindness towards the neutral people. Now, let's spread our loving kindness towards the enemies and at the same time the people that you don't like. So we all have negativities. Because of those negativities, we do things in life. But past is past. Focusing on the things which happened in the past, if you keep on developing grudges, and if you maintain those grudges, you are the one who is bound to suffer. Since you like peace, since you like happiness, so please let that past go and forgive and share your loving kindness with your enemies. May my enemies also be well. May my enemies also be happy. May my enemies also be peaceful. May they be very peaceful. Please spread your loving kindness towards the enemies. Now, let's spread our loving kindness towards all the beings in the world. Not only human beings, we kindly think of all the non-human beings, animals, reptiles, birds, fish, visible beings, invisible beings, all. May all beings be well. May all beings be happy. May all beings be peaceful. May all beings be very peaceful. Please spread your loving kindness towards all the beings, all the beings. Bhavettu sabbe mangalam rakantu sabbe devatam samme buddhanubhavi samme dhammanubhavi samme sanghanubhavi sada sutti bhavang tutti. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Now, everyone calmly open your eyes. Let your whole body to relax from top to bottom, bottom to top. Now, everyone, please join your palms together and say 3 times, Sadhu, Sadhu, Sadhu. Dear Dhamma friends, hope all of you had a good silent meditation session. It's not easy, so you have to fight hard with yourself. It's a fight, it's a battle that you do with yourself, your negativity, right? So these negativities, we were practicing these. So we were practicing these for a long period of time. So to get rid of them too, it takes time. So we had to dedicate and we had to work hard ourselves, right? Ourselves, little by little. When you practice, then you are going to achieve that. And at the same time, Vipassana meditators, sometimes when you observe the sensations, in certain areas, you might not be able to feel sensations, right? It doesn't mean in those places there is no sensation. If you have the life, then at any part of your body, there are sensations. At such times, I would like to remind, please wait at that place little bit, please give little bit more time to that place, right? Let's say, so you could observe sensations on the top of your head, but when it comes to the front portion of your head, at once you don't feel any sensation. At such times, please wait there for a moment, and so wait patiently. And then, if your mind becomes calm enough, so if your patience is good enough, if your sensitivity has grown enough, then you will start feeling sensations. But if you didn't feel, don't feel frustrated. So just wait. So if you observe, if you give 10 seconds for one area, then please give around 20 seconds for this particular area. If you still doesn't feel any sensation, just understand your sensitivity has not grown enough yet. Understanding that, so don't feel frustrated. Just move on to the next part. Right? Let's say right ear, and observe the sensations on the right ear. Let's suppose you don't feel any sensation on your right ear too. At such times, again, don't feel frustrated. Right? Give 20 seconds for that area too. If you don't feel any sensation, just move on. Just move on to the next part very patiently. So part by part, please keep on observing the sensation, right? So this is not a competition. So what you are doing is, so you are observing your sensations. The competition is inside yourself. You are not competing with the others, right? So with each and every part, try to develop your sensitivity, your patience, so and at the same time, your understanding about things as they actually are, the impermanence. Whatever the sensation that you encounter, please remind yourself, the sensation is impermanent, changing. There is no sensation which will never last, right? Even though when you encounter the same sensation twice, right? Don't think that it is the very same sensation that you experienced earlier. Its quantity has changed, so its nature has changed, even though you cannot exactly notice that because of your because you don't have the enough sensitivity to feel it that way, right? But it has changed. It is not the very same sensation. You're experiencing a totally different one, even though it looks like the same one, right? So with that understanding, please keep on practicing, keep on working hard. Right. So today is your day. So every day, I'm the one who pick everything, but today it's your day because you are given the opportunity to ask questions about your meditation practice, right? So then I'm going to give you that opportunity. Can you tell it this way? Right. Yeah. So, oh, yeah. Right. Okay. Right. Let me. Right. Then let's start with Shivanna.
No, I don't have any questions.
Right. So, Mrs. Geraldine, do you have any question about meditation? So, could you concentrate well?
A little problem today, concentrating. Sometimes it's good and sometimes not so good. How do I stay on concentration?
All right. So, at the beginning, you have to encounter, Mrs. Geraldine, these kinds of instabilities, right? All the time, it won't be stable, right? Sometimes we have good sessions. Sometimes there are sessions that you cannot concentrate, but still you have to work hard, right? So um, whenever you sit for the meditation, think, right now, I am here for meditation. Whatever things that are related to me in the outside world, I will keep all those things aside. Right now, I will give my entire attention to my breathing meditation, and I will work hard. Thinking like that, please keep on working, Mrs. Geraldine. Then definitely you will be successful. You will be able to concentrate, right? So please understand, every breath is unique. There are no two breaths which are equal. Throughout all your lives, you will experience the present breath just right now. You are not going to meet any similar breath once again, right? All the breathings, they are unique. So if you don't observe this one, if you are not mindful about this one, you are going to miss this one totally, right? So understand the uniqueness of all the breaths, and then please keep on observing each. So give importance to all the breathings and all the moments, and keep on observing one by one, right? So take one breath at a time, and give your attention to all those breaths, right? So then try to maintain that concentration on breath continuously, right? So please practice like that, right? So Mr. Tim.
And my focus and my concentration have been good, but sometimes I can also focus on an area of my body, and feel the sensation there. Sometimes I have competing sensations in my mind when I'm thinking about the sensations or observing the sensations on the top of my head. I have an ache or pain somewhere else in my body, and it's distracting.
Oh,
So this week I slept wrong on my neck or something, and it was very awkward and very uncomfortable. And so during my meditation, it caused my head to hurt, and I tried to just observe this and without judgment, but it's very distracting in this situation.
all right. Very nice. Very good question. So, so it is very important question. When you try to your mind, so you have trained your mind just to focus on the gross sensations, right? Therefore, it doesn't have any balance. So whenever there is a rough sensation, I mean, rough sensation, our mind always try to go to that place, run to that place. For an example, you told me about this aching, right? That's the nature. But here, we are here to observe the sensation. We are here to practice the balance of mind, and to develop the balance of mind, we have to go coding. So, therefore, even though there are other sensations on your body, so give you everything, and try to maintain the pattern, right? So the sensations on your leg may be more dense than the sensations, more dire, more tough, and more feelable than the sensations on your neck or on your forehead or such kind of sensations. But still, so tell yourself, so if you stay, you stay. If you go, you go. Right? Right now, my focus is not on you. My focus is on the sensations of on my forehead. Thinking. So give you everything and try to balance your mind, try to develop your patience, and giving everything, try to focus on your forehead. And so, but still the nature of, so you have trained your mind to run after these ones, but what you are doing is, your purpose is to come out of this habitual pattern, right? And to develop a balanced mind, right? Later on in your life, many big things also happen. I mean, in life, sometimes small things happen, big things happen. So when those big, so one big sad situation and one small good situation, right? Sometimes in life, what happens is you even don't enjoy that small good situation because of that big sad situation. Later on, you will see. So after this practice, when you develop the balanced mind, you will see that your ability to distinguish these two by mind, it would have developed. So it has developed. So you enjoy the good situation, at the same time being aware about the bad situation too, right? And when it comes to the bad situation, you have the balance of mind. At the same time, you appreciate, you gain the ability to appreciate and enjoy this good situation too, right? So this happens, but it comes with this practice. So give you everything, and so don't try to break the pattern, right? Which right now, if you have to observe this area, so don't ignore it. Please observe that area, right? So even though you have a strong sensation somewhere else, let it be comfortable or uncomfortable, don't go with it. Try to keep the balance of mind and keep on observing part by part, right? Then, yeah, that's how we have to practice. Then the mind will start to grow. It will start to develop its patience. It will start to develop its patience. So then it will start to develop its balance, right? Then sensitivity. So then at the same time, it will help you to grow in understanding too, right? So may all the good happen to you, Mr. Dev. Please then don't miss a subtler, an area of subtler sensations with an area because of an area of gross sensations. Right? Please go accordingly, part by part, pitch by pitch, very patient. Right? Right. Then, Mr. Kevin.
So I feel a lot of sensation, I think. And then, so the least would be like on the ears.
Yes.
I feel, a couple sensations. When I come back around, I want to try to feel even more. What do I want to do when I come back around?
So, so if you feel a lot of sensations on your head, but on the ear, so not much.
A little.
A little. That's fine. That's fine. So at the beginning, we only expect you to feel some kind of one sensation. But if you feel a lot of sensations, that means your patience is very good, very well improved, and your sensitivity has improved.
So I want to develop more sensitivity.
Yes. So just keep on observing with the understanding. So and then with that ability, try to develop the understanding now. Right. This sensation, wait there and remind yourself this sensation is passing away. So the sensation is impermanent, and change. Right. So so you have some sort of concentration, Mr. Kevin. That's very nice. That's very nice. I know you are very dedicated too. So just like everyone. So then so maintain that and try to develop now more understanding. Yes. With every experience, try to develop the understanding more now, right? And then please work like that. Yeah. Then I'm going to come to our online students too. Please wait. Malnendi.
Really hard today because my legs are.
Oh, right. Yeah, but could you feel sensations?
No, I do breathing.
Oh, brain imitation.
Yeah.
All right. But Nandi, it is good if you, since you have some sort of concentration and experience, if you start practicing vipassana also, that's better. Because in vipassana meditation, what we do is we try to develop understanding, and with the help of that understanding, we try to get rid of the negativities that we have, right? Inner impurities like anger, hatred, jealousy, ill will, etc. Right? So with developing that understanding. So I think since you have the ability, I kindly request to start vipassana. Right? So at home you are practicing continuously, right? Very nice. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Then, so about the breathing meditation, do you have any question?
Yeah, it disappears. I don't feel the nose
All right.
after some time.
All right. First you first you feel the gross sensation. Gross breath, but but after a while it disappears. But still your concentration is there.
No, then I go to my stomach.
Oh no.
That's what
No. So please maintain the same. So keep on observing the same area. Since you were practicing for a long time, you have somewhat good concentration. So when you observe, I think that's what I assume. So then what happens is, when you observe the breath, right? When you, since you can concentrate, so the breath becomes subtler, right? Because the mind is calm. So by nature, what happens is, then the breath that we intake, it becomes subtler. And when the breath becomes subtler, you cannot, so you don't feel that breath, that subtler breath at once. For that, you have to wait patiently. It doesn't mean that you have no breath now. You have breath, but it has become subtler. Don't be afraid that something has happened to you. So it is there, but it has become subtler. So very patiently, please wait, focusing on that particular area. So then, when your mind becomes calmer, and when your patience develops, right, then your sensitivity also starts to develop. Then you will be able to feel that subtler breath, right? So please wait there, very patient, very, very calmly, very, very quietly. Then you are bound to feel that, right? So if not, maybe after about 2-3 minutes, if you don't feel that subtler breath, if you cannot focus on the subtler breath, then please, so breathe in and breathe out intentionally for about for about 1 minute. So breathe in and breathe out intentionally, and once again, please go with the breath, right? So please keep on observing the breath, and then again, if it becomes subtler, please follow the same procedure. Wait for a moment, keep very patient, and check whether you feel that subtler breath or not. Again, after 2-3 minutes, if you don't feel that subtler breath, once again, breathe in and breathe out intentionally, focus on it, and so then after that, let the breath to come and go naturally. Just keep on focusing, right? So so like that, please try. So you are improving in the technique, but so if you let that go, then you are not going. So when you come to this stage, if you don't let yourself improve, following the remaining steps, then your progress will stop at this point, right? So please try to focus on that subtler breath, right? Very nice to hear that. So please practice like that then. Namal?
I have a question. So, I understand with Vipassana, you can appreciate the impermanence of negative feelings, but where is the connection between that and stopping negative feelings from arising or continuing to arise? Where is the connection between the practice and the cessation of negativity?
All right. So whenever you understand the impermanence, right? So whenever you realize the impermanence, then you start to understand that everything is impermanent and changing, right? So when you realize that, then what will happen is, so you have this then you have this strong attachment, so to this I, right? The concept of I, right? Thank you so much. Yeah. Okay. So so you have this strong attachment to I, right? Yeah. So then you realize actually there is no an eternal I, right? And at the same time, you realize these negative emotions, right? These negative emotions, they are not permanent too. They arise to pass away, right? Then what happens is, so when you understand this by your experiential wisdom, so when those negativities arise, when you observe them with that understanding of impermanence, then their power, their energy, right, it goes down, because anymore you are not going to catch them as something that belongs to you, right? Then what will happen is, so first they are energy level. For an example, anger. So when anger rises inside you, you observe and you tell yourself. So with your experiential wisdom, you have the confidence. You now know by your own experience that it is impermanent. So what you do is you let that. So you observe it with the understanding of impermanence. This anger, it is changing. It is impermanent. It is impermanent, changing. So then what will happen is, so that anger, it starts to, so when you observe it, it starts to pass away, right? When you do it continuously, right? When you practice like this continuously, that energy level of anger will continue to decline, right? First, it will take some time for that anger to go away. But later on, what will happen is, whenever the anger rises, whenever you observe it with that understanding, it will pass away very, very fast.
You don't express the anger after a while.
No. Then you become a person who doesn't get angry. You realize everything is impermanent. Everything is changing. So there is nothing to take something as a personal thing, and a permanent, eternal thing. So why should I get angry? When you think like that, so you let it go, right? You let it go. Yes. So please do like that. Whenever a negative emotion arises, observe that negative emotion with the understanding of experiential understanding of impermanence. This is not any different from the other negativity. This has the same characteristic. This negative emotion is also impermanent, change. Right? Please do like that. And now let's go to the online students too. I'll come to you. Right, Mr. Huad, do you have any question? Right.
Well, I do kind of.
Yes.
And I don't know if it's more of a comment than a question. And it kind of relates to one of our friends who just spoke. And it has to do with sitting with negativities, to let them, it's like befriending dukkha. I found that the practice, the Vipassana practice, been doing it so long now, that now I welcome in things that might be negativities from the outside world and sit with them and find out where my discomfort is coming from. And then I'm able to let it go more effectively, because I gain the understanding of this is, it's opened up parts of my mind and my wisdom, let's say, to understand where maybe a political message or somebody saying something that would be prejudice, or hurt someone, physically hurting someone else, that I can be in a space where I can see what's happening, but then I can also know the wise response, what it would be if it would be saying something. It'd be knowing what would be needed in the moment, because I take a moment to pause, to allow things to rise up before I just react. So I can develop wisdom in that moment. So I'm doing something that's skillful and wise and doing no harm. So I'm finding
Very
that
nice.
being with, and it's the same with joyful things. I don't have to respond immediately, and taking that time to go, sit with this. What is this? And then because the Vipassana practice allowed me to figure out how to sit with things, and then I really can let them go, because then I really have developed something, a tool with them for inner peace or equanimity. They become more equanimous out. So I just want
Very nice. Yeah, very nice, Mr. Howard.
to
Very nice. That's what you have to do. So yeah, that's very hard. You can direct your legs that way.
Okay.
Yes, not towards the teacher, but towards that side. That's fine. Oh, right, that's fine. So then yeah, that's very nice. So like that. So Mr. Howard, keep on applying whatever the wisdom that you gain in your day-to-day life, right? Right.
Yes, thank you, Bhante.
Yes, very nice. I'm so glad. So, Mrs. Rita, do you have any question?
No,
A little louder, Mom.
no.
Yes.
Questions tonight.
Yes.
Thank you.
Mrs. Ashley, do you have any question? Right. I think everyone can. Right. Asmita, do you have any question? Right. All right.
I want to ask one thing. So after breathing meditation, after breathing, observing breathing, when you go for vipassana, so you asked us to observe, like ear to ear, like left to right, and then down on the hands until the finger. So
Yes.
I just want to know, like, because we have a big span, so we have to go on repetitive mode toward the same area, or you have to pause a longer to one area, like how much the span to observe, like inch by inch. I mean, that is
All
my
right.
question.
Yeah. So so since you are beginners, so you cannot observe a whole part of the body, right?
Mhm.
So if someone is a so advanced vipassana meditator, so they know how to observe a whole portion, part by so part by part, pitch by pitch. So dividing it that particular portion into small portions. For an example, let's say upper arm area. So
Mhm.
upper arm area. So for an advanced meditator, so advanced meditators, they are supposed to observe it in little parts. But since all of you are beginners, you are only supposed to observe one particular sensation that you can feel within this whole portion. Can you understand?
Yeah.
Yeah, this whole portion. If it is elbow, so on this whole elbow area, one particular sensation that you can feel, right? So
Yeah.
you are supposed to observe just one particular sensation. That's it.
Yeah, like my body is like too sensitive, so I can feel the sensations. So I was like, how much longer? So do I need to repeat the like observing body, the particular body again and again? Because we
Yeah.
have longer time.
So if you are done by observing the fingertips of your left hand, so then once again move your attention to the top of your head and start again.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
see?
Yeah. Thank you.
Me be happy. Please do like that.
Yeah.
So Mrs. Shireen, do you have any questions?
No questions, Bante.
Me be happy. And Mrs. Jane, do you have any question?
Hello, Banti. Yes, I do have questions. So I was suggested by you to practice breath meditation morning and evening, right? For 10 to 15 minutes.
Yes.
So what
Yes.
do I do now? Like,
So right now, so please practice 5 minutes of breathing meditation. And after that, for Vipassana meditation, please give around 10 to 15 minutes.
okay.
And after that, 2-3 minutes, please practice loving kindness meditation.
Okay, so that will be my daily routine now.
Yes.
Not
Yes.
just breath meditation. So 5 minutes breath plus Vipassana. And
Yes.
then loving kindness. Okay.
Yes.
And
5
then
minutes breathing,
right.
10-15 minutes Vipassana, and the 2-3 minutes loving kindness.
Sure. Daily.
Yes.
Okay, got it. And one question quick is, so Banti, you mentioned the 10-second rule and 20-second rule, right? Like if we observe some sensation in one area, stay in that area for around 10 seconds. And then if we move to the next, and if we don't feel much sensation, we give it a bit time for around 20 seconds, right?
Exactly.
And then how do I know I observed some sensation? How do I know that sensation is, because it's hard to describe. So how do I know it's not my imagination or because yeah.
Right. So you had fully focused, and so you had to make sure that you really feel it. You
Okay.
really feel it, and then giving your entire attention, and then after that, so after knowing it correctly, so remind yourself that it's impermanent and changing. Then okay.
Okay, but they are not described, so I don't even know what kind of sensation that is. So I should just focus and observe it, right? Because some of the sensation are not, like you said, they are not describable. So
Yeah. So if any sensation has no name,
right.
let it be so. If it is a real sensation, that's it, right?
Okay.
So just observe it and then move on to the next part.
Okay, and for ears, does hearing count as one sensation? Like
So,
if I'm observing. Yeah.
no, not hearing. So
Okay.
some kind of physical sensation on your ear.
Okay, got it. Okay, so hearing things doesn't count for ear.
No.
Got it.
No.
Thank you so much.
Later on, we'll do it, but right now, just physical sensations, okay?
Got it. Thank you so much, Banti.
Maybe have Mr. Jane. So, right, then let's go to online students. Sriyansh Bhaiya?
You kind of already answered it while you were answering all the other questions. I've been observing how my emotions are changing, and I've been observing most of the times before I react in real world situations. But some situations get the better of me and my emotions take over. So in that instance, how do I bring myself back to, like, for example, next day morning, I will tell myself about the impermanence and everything, and I'm fine. But in that instance, whether it's anger or hurt or whatever, how do I not react and bring myself back to some sort of a normal situation?
How to control?
Yes.
First, whenever the emotion arises, it be anger, jealousy, hatred, or anything. So when it arises, you have to be aware first.
Yes.
So then you have, so whenever you accept that you have it right now, so that's where you start to solve, right? Then number two, then you have to remind, this is impermanent, I should not mess this up. So let me keep on focusing. Let me see how long this lasts. It will stay for some time and then it will pass. I know you will go. I don't want to miss everything because of you. And I don't want to lose my peace. let me stay how long you can access. You are going to pass. Then it will pass away, right? Yes, please do like that. Mr. Bhanu? Right. So, Saurya?
I have a question like like I was doing breath meditation. So how do I tell like it's a successful meditation? Like what should I feel? Like what should I feel for it? Like
So whenever you practice, if you could concentrate, and for a long period of time, then you are developing good level of concentration. Then in that wise, you are successful. And because of that concentration, if you could develop some sort of peace inside, then you are successful, right? So, but it doesn't happen at once. We have to work hard, or we have to be patient. Little by little, we have to move forward somewhere, right? So, but try to prolong the concentration on your breath, right? If you could concentrate, for an example, now, let's say you could concentrate for 5 seconds. Next time you should try hard to maintain that concentration on your breath for 10 seconds. Then after that, you have to try your best to concentrate for 15 seconds. Like that, you have to let your level of concentration to develop. Meanwhile, the calmness of the mind and the peace of the mind too.
when you say concentration, that means I'm not getting any other thoughts. I'm just focusing on breath.
Yes. So not thinking about anything else, but just observing the breath, right? So without focusing on anything else, the entire focus should be on your breath. There only should remain your focus and the breath, right? That's how you have to do. Then gradually you are going to calm down. You are going to become peaceful, and those peaceful moments you have to multiply, right? So please practice like that. Got it, Saurya? Very nice. Rohan.
Yeah, I have been meditating, but how I have been meditating is like instead of focusing on the breath, what I do is I become an observer of my thoughts. I try not to focus on one thought and go along with it.
All right.
Yeah.
So, so then being aware about thoughts is okay. That's fine. But running after thoughts, that's not a meditation practice. So,
I try not to run out after my thoughts. I try to keep a blank space, blank mind in my head. If I know that I have indulged in a thought, I just quickly leave that thought there and go back to the blank space. That's how I try to do it.
oh, nice. So there are various forms of meditation, but here what we do is, so we are trying to develop, so deep peace inside, right? So in this practice, so we go deeper than that. So beyond the thought level, right? So that's where the breathing meditation technique differs, right, Rohan? So I think better to practice breathing meditation. I think did you understand the instructions?
Yeah.
Very nice.
And like if I do meditation, like breathing meditation itself, what changes will I feel in the outside world, like real life? Any changes in me while interacting with the outside world?
All right. So there are so many. So I gave a long description on the very first day that we started on January. Somehow I'll tell you in brief. So it affects your immunity level physically, and at the same time mentally you develop inner peace, and at the same time you gain the ability to be aware about things that are happening around you, and you gain the ability to stay fully present. And at the same time, you gain the ability to be the master of those situations, right? Instead of becoming an autopilot. right? So like that, there are so many benefits that you are going to gain.
Does the posture matter when you meditate?
So there is no any so posture doesn't matter, but this is good because it gives stability to our body, so that it helps us to focus well. That's why we maintain this posture, but any other posture is also fine. But this one is better when it comes to so when we consider about the supportiveness of postures, this is better, and it helps us to develop various other kinds of qualities inside too. So all those things come with this posture, Rohan. Very nice. Mrs. Lees, do you have any question? Ms. Meena, do you have any question?
No, I don't have any question. Thank you, Bante.
Me, we have Ms. Meena. Arigato. And then Mr. Nedu, do you have any question?
No, Bante, it's been working out well. I've been able to concentrate as I practice this thing very regularly. So, I think I'm getting there. So that's been very beneficial. Thank you.
Me, all the good happened to you.
Thank you,
So keep
Bante.
up.
Thank you.
Me. Pragati and Rahul, do you have any question?
Yeah, I have one question where, say, I have some discomfort in like a sprain or something in a body part, and when I'm focusing through Vipassana, while I'm concentrating on other parts, when I reach that part where there is a discomfort, should I consider it a sensation anyway because it's a prominent kind of sensation, the pain?
Yes.
Okay.
So that is also sensation.
Okay.
There is also sensation. So because of various kinds of reasons, sensations arise, Mrs. Pragati. So don't worry. It
Okay.
should be considered as a sensation too.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yes.
That was it.
Me be happy. So cute. Neha, oh, right. Right. Sure. I think, Neha, did you present your questions?
No questions, Bante. Thank you very much.
So cute. Then all are done. So, right. So, everyone, please practice very ardently. Always. So, whenever we have question and answer sessions, it takes time, a lot of time. So, sorry about taking 20 minutes more. So, now everyone, please think. Together, all of us gathered here, practice this noble, non-sectarian, pure meditation and accumulated a lot of positive energy. By the power of all this positive energy, let's wish. May all our difficulties be away. May all the good things happen to us. May all of us be able to practice very ardently. And finally, may all of us be able to attain real peace, real happiness, purification of mind, Nibbana. With those thoughts, please join your palms together and concentrate. Abhivadana silisse niccang vada pacaino chattaro dhamma vadanti ayuvangno sukhang balang ayurarogya sampatti sagga sampatti me vache ato nibbana sampatti iminati samijjato. May all of you be well. May all of you be happy. May all of you be very, very peaceful. Sukhi hotu. Sukhi hotu. Good night, everyone. Take rest and see you in the next week. May you be happy.
Thank you, Bante. Have a good night.
Good night, Ms. Nedu.
Thank you.
Good night, Mrs. Rita and Mr. Huad.
Good night to you, Bante. May the more loving kindness be blessed upon you.
Sukhi hotu. Asmita Didi, good night.
Good night, Bante, and thank you for this question answer sessions. It's really helpful. Thank you.
May you be happy. Good night, Mrs. Ashley.
Good night. Thank you.
Me be happy. Good night, Mrs. Shireen. Good night, Jin.
Good night, Bonti.
Good night, Pratyush. Right. Good night, Mrs. Liz. Right. Good night, Mrs. Meena.
Good night. Thank you so much, Bante.
Then good night, Neha Didi.
Good night, Bante. Thank you so
Good-
much.
Right. Good night. Good night to everyone.
Good night, Bante. Thank you.
Good night, Mrs. Shireen. Good night.